Hi everyone, and welcome to another tutorial. Today I am going to show you how to edit the digital planner version of the self-confidence planner. So I know it's a little confusing. Someone asked me a really good question today because I haven't sold these before. I used to sell these every month. And she was like, am I buying, if I buy the pop-up shop, does it include the digital planner? And that is a no. The digital planner is always separate because two things. One, I just started adding them, but more importantly, I know not everybody wants the digital planner. So I feel like if I packed it in there, they would feel like they had paid for something that they didn't want. And some people, like me this year, are moving to digital only and want to have like a digital only shop. So if that is the case, then that is why it is sold separately. So I am going to show you a couple things. First of all, if you don't know what a digital planner is, it is for the iPad Pro and it has what are called clickable tabs. So, what are clickable tabs? I will show you actually on my computer using Adobe Acrobat. It's also another really good way to test out your file to make sure it works before it goes out. The only thing it is hyperlinks, and sometimes people get confused and they think like hyperlinks are only for the internet, the World Wide Web, whatever it's called. But they are also meant for hyperlinks with inside a document. So you can jump around inside just one document without having to go anywhere else. And I'm just going to check because I don't know if anyone's here to see if anyone can hear me. And I know someone said that they can't make comments on YouTube. I am so sorry. I don't know why that is happening. But I will definitely check that out and make sure that comments are turned on. I mean, there's no reason I wouldn't want you to make any comments that you want. So, anyways, let me share my screen, or let me find the let me find the file first, and then share the screen. Okay, I have it open. Share. I'm going to share the whole screen, so you're going to see a weird picture in picture. Jennifer, is the digital planner only for an iPad? That's a great question. No, it can work on a tablet. It cannot work on your iPhone, but I think it can work for any Android tablet, or if someone has one of those. I shouldn't even say Microsoft Surfaces. I have no idea. I don't have one of those. I think my friend Molly has one, so maybe I'll send one to her after this. But it's really just for anything that has the ability to do annotation. So even with inside your iPad planner, you're going to, or your iPad, you're going to have to open the planner inside of Goodnotes. Or I used to say Paper 53, but I think they went out of business. It can work in Procreate. It can work in Notability. And I think that's it. Like anything that has what's called annotation, which means it can use the Apple Pencil, or it can use, I think on the tablet, they call them a stylus where you write and it'll work fine. So I'm going to open up Adobe Acrobat. So inside of Adobe Acrobat, let me move this over here. You should be able to see Adobe Acrobat on my screen. But basically what happens is this file has links inside of it. So anytime you open up a digital planner, if I click on February, it will pop me over to February. If I click on November, it's going to drop down to November. If I click May, it will open up to May. So it kind of looks like magic, I guess, in the background. That's what a digital planner is. You can always go back to home. I don't know why some people don't include a home button in the digital planner. It feels like kind of like you have to go all the way back up to home. I feel like it's just a little bit more intuitive to have a home button. And then what else did I put in here? Oh, I put a table of contents. So I usually put anything that's not a like main section at the top. So there's home, there's table of contents, and then you have all of these links down here at the bottom. So this is the file. It's a PDF inside of there. So if you purchase this, it's already in there and waiting for you to download. So the PDF you can sell as is. If you don't want to make any changes, this is ready. This is like good to go. You people can take it, they can download it, they can open it up in Goodnotes or Notability or Procreate, or they can email it to themselves in Goodnotes. There's a feature now inside of Goodnotes in the settings where it has like a special like Goodnotes email, like you@goodnotes.com. And then when you email a PDF to yourself to that special Goodnotes email, it will just magically show up inside of your Goodnotes like list of files. Because I know sometimes people were having trouble like connecting to Google Drive or whatever to try to open it. So let's go into Adobe InDesign and let me also show you all of the files that you received. So here are all the sales files that you received. So you have this master file called 10digitalplanner.zip. That has everything that you see here. It has the digital planner JPEG. So if you really want, I don't know why you would, but if you want to put these in Canva, you could. Oh, actually, I take that back. I do know why you would. You might want to do this for, let's say, to make a mock-up like I did for today's video for the thumbnail. You could use that. Alicia, I'm not seeing anything. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you could refresh, Alicia, because I see it on YouTube and I see it on um, Crowdcast. Is anybody else having trouble not seeing anything? But I'm going to keep going on. So you can take these and put these as mock-ups inside of Canva to help advertise your product. But we are going to go ahead and open up this file and we are going to make some edits if you want. Only if you want to do edits. You don't have to do edits. And I do want to mention that this digital planner, if you want only the digital planner, you can purchase this separately. I created a separate code for today only. It's called, this code is just half off, like all the words written out, HALFOFF, and it'll give you 50% off of the digital planner template price, but today only. So here is your file. So now when you open this, if you don't see the same look and feel that I do inside of Adobe InDesign, you want to go to the top and you want to go to Window, Workspace, and go to make sure Essentials Classic is checked. Now, Essentials Classic is the interface that was here prior to, I believe, the 2021 update of Adobe InDesign. So it's the interface that I like. The new one, the Windows Classic, is our Essentials without the Classic. Is very streamlined. And it's really for people who have a smaller screen. I have a really huge screen, so it doesn't really bother me. Plus, I like seeing all of my buttons. So over here on the right, you're going to see pages. Now, if you don't see pages, go to Window and make sure that there is a check mark in front of pages. It's that easy. So over here, your panel could be like floating on the side or it could be locked in here. It doesn't really matter. Just make sure you find it. But you're going to see this kind of thin line right here. And so on the top are what are called master pages. And if you think of master pages, just kind of think of them as a header footer, like when you use Microsoft Word. But the only difference is this header footer kind of master page can be applied to any page inside the document. Doesn't do uniformly the whole document. And then underneath this little imaginary, I shouldn't say imaginary, it's hard to find that line. But if you cover your mouse, it'll have like a hand. And then as soon as you're over that line, it'll turn to a double arrow up and down. And then you can move that up or down depending. And again, this really depends on your screen and how big it is. But the top are all master pages and the bottom are your regular pages. So if I hover over a page, it says A home applied. That means the master page named A-home has been applied to this page. So if I want to see what A home is, now I can see A home is right here. So over here, if I hover on this page, it says 2-February applied. So if I go over here, I see 2-February, and that's the new home, that's the new master page that's been applied there. So each page has its own master page, and the way to figure that out is to just hover and it'll tell you. It also has, if you look really close, there's a tiny little 3 here. Over here, there's a tiny 7. So it also gives you some data that way too. I don't know, my screen might be really small. I'm not sure if you can see it. Now over here at the very top, we're gonna see the cover page. So this cover page, and don't worry, these question marks mean it can't find the links. So a really easy way to relink this is to just go ahead, hit the question mark button if you ever see that. And when you're inside of here, I think you're gonna have to go, I have so many files, hold on. There we are, self-confidence file, digital planner, InDesign file. Here we go. Oh, I know what happened. So links. So that file right there is the background file. I think that's home. There we go. So now let's relink that. Once it finds one file, it's smart enough to say, oh, this is the folder where you hid everything. And now it's found everything. So now you can see those little red question marks are all gone. Also, if you don't like seeing all these links over here, you can just go to View, Overprint Preview, and it'll just hide them all. So it won't give you as much data. And then that way it's just a cleaner sort of look for you to see everything. All right. So over here, what you're going to do is you are going to, if you want to add pages, all you have to do is inside of the document, you can just go over here. So I can see that this is B1, B2, and I can say insert pages. And I can say I want to insert 5 pages after B2, and it'll ask me parent means which master page do I want applied to that. So this is an extension of, say, the table of contents. Like, let's just say I have more to say. I want to welcome everyone. I want to talk about my own self-confidence experience or whatever before we get into January. So I can add those 5 pages. I can say, okay. And now it's going to add these 5 pages right here. So the reason you want to make sure you have the correct master page applied is because each of these master pages has the tabs in a different location. So the tabs each month as you move, in theory, just like a normal digital planner or a normal physical paper planner, as you turn the pages, January doesn't stay and February and March don't stay on the right. You've turned the page, so now they're on the left side. And that's the reason that we have all of these different master pages. Now, the reason master pages work is because all of these pages have section numbers. So this is section B, page 1. This is section B, page 2. So this now because I've added pages, this is now section B, page 3, section B, page 4, page 5, etc. So it knows to keep it within that section, but it is smart enough to say, okay, page numbers increase sequentially. So I will go 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, etc. so on. So that's how you can add pages. And it works just like InDesign. I can add something here. Here's my special message. And you can add images. It works just like a regular InDesign file. The only thing is all of these like white pages here, you kind of want to stay in the lines to make it look like it's a faux planner, right? Like it's fake. But you want to kind of keep up the appearance of that. Now, the only thing you're not going to see here is the coil. The coil is not part of the master pages because the coil, as you can see, has to be on top. Like after you're done designing the page, then you add the coil because the coil has to look like it is on top of everything. And if I added it to the master page, when I add this image, it wouldn't go like underneath it. It would look like it was on top of it. So really easy. All you have to do is come over here, make sure the selection tool is on, and then select the coil. And I'm just going to hit Control C. I'm going to go over to that page that in theory I'm done with. And I'm going to hit paste in place. And it's automatically going to put my coil right there where it's magically supposed to be. So now it looks like a real digital planner. So that's all you have to do when you want to add pages. Now, make sure when you add pages into each section that you are going to add them in the correct place. So you can see section 1 is January. So if I want more pages in January, I'm going to go to the last page, or you can stick pages in the middle. It's up to you. And I'm going to say insert pages just like before. And I'm going to say 5 pages because I have so many things I want to talk about in January. And I'm going to say after page 1.3, which I can see right here is the page that I'm on. And then I'm going to make sure it has the parent January so that the tabs on the right and the top look exactly like January's. And I'll say, okay. And now you can see it has all of these different tabs inside of here to the right place. The reason it's so important is because all of these tabs, like you saw over here in this Adobe Acrobat file, are hyperlinked. So you want to make sure that you're using those master pages so that all the hyperlinks work correctly if you add pages to this planner. Now, if you want to edit it, it works exactly the same as before when you edited the regular self-confidence planner, if I want to change this, I can just double click on this and I can say January, maybe 2022, because that's what I want to do. Or maybe I want to change the color. So I could change this color to, let's say my new favorite color, what I say was blue, right? I want that to be blue. And then I want maybe the top to be blue to match it. So I'm going to change this over here to blue as well. So you can just go through just like before, change the colors. I can change this font as well. So it is totally editable. Maybe I really like that pretty, like, uh, what do you call it? Script font, salty feathers. So I'm going to use that, right? So everything in here is just as editable as before. So let me see. The master pages, just because of the way they're set up, these are not editable because of the way the links are set up. So that's the only thing you can't change. You can't change the words here. If you want to make this 3 instead of March, you can make this 2. Now, keep in mind though, if you make that change, the hyperlink will still work. You haven't broken it. But when you go to March, it's going to say February, March. So you'd have to change this again on every single master page so that it matches and all looks uniform. So that's what you can edit on the master page. And that's pretty much it. Now over here, the very last page you'll notice looks like a faux, like fake planner. And that was by intention. Same thing over here with this cover here. So make sure that if you want to make changes to this file, you want to use a different type of cover, you can definitely swap this out. This is just, as you can see, an image. So if you want to put a different image here in the back, go ahead and go for it. Just put something else that you like inside of there. All right, so how do you save this file once you're done? Now, I know you're used to Adobe InDesign where you go ahead and you hit save, or you go ahead and package it and it makes a PDF. The PDF that it gets from the package when you do file package will not have the hyperlinks in it. So you'll be like, oh my God, the file is broken. It's not broken. It's just that when you do package, it just does a static printable PDF. So the way to get the PDF once you make changes, so it has hyperlinks inside of it, so it's clickable, is to go to File, and you're going to go to Export, and then you're going to make sure you choose from this drop-down list Adobe PDF Interactive. So as long as you choose Adobe PDF Interactive and then you hit save, it will save as a PDF with hyperlinks in it. So then it will work perfectly. So I think that's all you need to know. I chose a gold coil. You can always replace this coil. Like I could delete this and replace it with, say, I think I have some other coils. I have digital planner. I think I have a black coil. Whoops, did not mean to do that. I have a, how about a pink coil? Let's do the pink coil. And so what I could do is I could drop that pink coil over here if that's the coil that I really like. Obviously, this coil is facing the wrong direction, so I can transform it and I can just say flip horizontal. And now the dark side is over here. And I can just kind of position it out there. And now it looks like a fake coil. Again, if you wanted to use, there was like a rose gold, I think, cover. So you could use some different coil colors if you wanted. So that is pretty much it. Marcy, is it compatible with Adobe Illustrator? Absolutely not. So I honestly don't know how to use Adobe Illustrator, but I'm 99.9% sure this will not work in Illustrator. It will only work in Adobe InDesign. But you could try opening it there. I know the IDML files do open in, God, what's that other application name? There's a cheaper application that's like a one-time $39 fee or something. And I can't remember the name of it. But anyways, I did another video where it can open in that, but it is still kind of wonky. You always want to update this in Adobe InDesign. And just to be clear, you want the latest version, Adobe InDesign 2022. I know some people have the older version that you load on with CD-ROMs or discs or something like back in the Stone Age. And I'm not making fun of you, but I have no idea if this will work for that older of a version because I don't even know how to test it, and Adobe no longer supports that. Um, so that's just another thing. And I am so sorry if you're on YouTube and you want to ask questions, just ask them in the comments and I will definitely 100% answer them. And I will fix that no comment feature for the next live stream. All right. I hope everyone's having a great, fabulous, wonderful, amazing day. Remember that this is only on sale today. The Self Confidence Pop Up Shop is also only on sale today. And then everything's off sale because Monday, we're going to get ready for the Calligraphy 101 course, which is free. So if you're not signed up, make sure to sign up for that because that'll be all next week. All right. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day and has great fun plans for the weekend. And I'll see you on Monday for Calligraphy 101. Bye.